friends went out for a walk. One was an optimist and the other a pessimist. The pessimist spoke first. Another cloudy day in Cleveland. I can't remember the last time I saw the sun. Why do we live in such a gloomy place? And the optimist responded, too much sun is not a good thing. Do you know that we have one of the lowest rates of skin cancer in the country? In this issue, I think we are very lucky to be living here. Then the two friends started climbing a hill. This hill is steeper than I remember it, said the pessimist. I thought we were going for a walk, not a hike. By the time I get to the top, I'll be covered with sweat. Exercise is good, said the optimist. Trust me, by the time we get home and take a shower, you'll feel great and be very thankful that we had this climb. Just then, a huge flock of birds flew over those two friends and deposited their droppings on both of them. This is disgusting, said the pessimist, pulling the bird droppings out of his hair. And then he saw that his friend was smiling. Okay, he said, I'm ready. Tell me why you're smiling, because we are covered in bird droppings. I'm smiling, said the optimist, because I'm thankful. I'm thankful that God did not create buffaloes to fly. Every day, perhaps more than once a day, we face some kind of disappointment or failure. When that happens, we have a choice of focusing on what is wrong or looking for what is good. Some people might say that looking for the good is an illusion or a trick to make us feel better. But finding what is good in our lives is a creative process. And in almost every situation, we can see that there is both good and bad. And it's up to us to decide which of these two aspects are we going to claim as our own. Jesus in our gospel today chooses the optimistic path. He comes to his own town, to the people who knew him well and loved him, and he preached the good news to them. But it didn't go well. In fact, it was a disaster. Not only did they try to reject him, but they also tried to kill him. And so that last line in the gospel today is very important. Then Jesus passed through their midst and continued on his way. Jesus did not let the rejection stop him. He could have said to himself at that point, this is early in his career, if people that love me and know me are going to reject my message, what am I going to do? Maybe I need to choose a different path. But of course, he doesn't. He stays true to who he is. Beth, your beautiful piece between the two readings about following God's will is exactly what Jesus did. He did not allow his failure to get in the way of choosing not only to do God's will, but to express it and not let it keep him closed in or downtrodden. Positivity is certainly one of the aspects of optimism, but I think a Christian optimism isn't always positive. It's recognizing that God is always with us. It's recognizing that there is something of God's goodness, of God's beauty, of God's truth and wholeness that we can focus on in every situation. And when we do, we find even more reasons for hope.